no, you're not seeing double, they just haven't made that many Fingerpuppets of this line, and I've doubled up without realizing I was doubling up. That's on me, but at the same time, maybe it's kind of Nidoqueen's fault? I'm just saying. Nidoking and Nidoqueen are really weird to me. Mostly because you know that they were introduced in like Gen 5. They would have been the same Pokemon and just had differences due to the gender, same way that like Hippowdon or Pikachu or several other Pokemon have. That said, I kind of am glad that they're their own things, because I adore Nidoking. Nidoking is awesome. Nidoking's one of my favorite Pokemon. I don't have any Nidorans, so that's why we're not doing a review of Nidoking yet. But Nidoqueen is also really solid and has a great design, and it helps that every time they show up in fiction, it's always like pretty cool. Like, they've had a lot of good episodes. They had that, I think it's Blossom Stream on YouTube, which is a great short and makes me want a Nidoran plush, or something I've never wanted before. And it all boils down to, I'm pretty happy that we're finally able to do a video of Nidoqueen, even if Nidoqueen is a Pokemon that will probably never get attention again from the Pokemon Company, unless her and Nidoking get combined into the same Pokemon, or maybe get a regional variant, which I also don't see happening, but who knows? World is vast, anything could happen. From the Pokemon Fingerpuppet line that I find at Planet Fun, adore oh so much, and don't do any research on because I need surprises, this is the Nidoqueen line. And much like the Tauros review, there's not a lot of difference in terms of years, but there's a lot of difference in terms of what went on in the factory when it comes to this small collection we have. So Nidoqueen here is the oldest, being from 1996, the same year of the first Pokemon game, so she would have been one of the first puppets out the door. As for these guys, they're all from 1997. I would assume that all these puppets debuted at the same time, it's just these four all happened to come out a year later, or manufactured a year later, I should say. However, due to that, it actually really goes to show just how well the Fingerpuppets were doing even at an early point. Looking at the two Nidoran females, and they're exactly the same, the only difference is where they were marked with a marker by whatever children owned them, but still really sharp and solid looking, I do like them. Looking at the Nidorina, this is where it gets really interesting because they were produced at different factories and thus have totally different colors. Like you have purple and blue here, and here you just have brown for the spots in the inner ear. It's really cool, and I love getting Fingerpuppet variants like this because it shows just how almost chaotic the production was for these guys due to how popular Pokemon was. Nidoqueen is also very sharp, though admittedly I'm not as big a fan of this design as I am of Nidorina. They're a good, if somewhat boring, little group.